Hello, welcome back to the channel. No face cam today because I don't really feel like it. I have my hood on. I'm sitting on my couch instead of my table, so the face cam optics would be really bad. So I'm not doing that today. Colin Kaepernick is back in the news, so that's pretty easy content. So I'm going to talk about that, and there is a nuanced take about Colin Kaepernick, believe it or not. So before I just get into Twitter and read all that nonsense, so you have the left wing, like BLM take that, the NFL won't let Colin Kaepernick play football in their predominantly black league because he is black or something like that. And it makes no sense. So the NFL is racist on one hand, and then the normie right-wing sport person perspective is that Colin Kaepernick isn't in the league because he sucks. He's bad at football. That's why no NFL team wants him. So both arguments are retarded, and they don't make any sense. The left-wing argument that the NFL is racist and won't let him play that doesn't even need any explanation. Just look at the demographics of the league, for crying out loud. But the right wing perspective, here's the nuanced Groyper Sports take on Colin Kaepernick is that when Colin Kaepernick exiled himself from football, man, it just started raining. I don't know if it's gonna add to the peaceful ambiance or it's totally gonna ruin the audio. So fingers crossed. But yeah, when Colin Kaepernick exiled himself from football, oh shit, I'm still on my OBS screen. Alright, that's probably more appealing visually. Yeah. So for the third time, when he exiled himself from football, he was having a hard time, like he was playing poorly, but if we want to be honest and objective, can you really say that Colin Kaepernick at the time was playing any worse than someone like, I'm a Giants fan, so this is easy, Eli Manning. Eli Manning was probably an overall better player, but in Colin Kaepernick's prime, like that Super Bowl run, shit, I would have taken Colin Kaepernick on my team. Eli Manning was infamous for like season-long like stretches of just ineptitude and sucking. So, at his best, Colin Kaepernick was a probably like a top 15 quarterback in the league. And at his worst, what? Maybe he was a backup, maybe a third stringer. Some teams hold third string quarterbacks on their active rosters. But even if not, even if he was just a backup, right now, at this juncture, Colin Kaepernick, having not played in the NFL for, 4 years or something, if he was politically ambiguous and none of this other shit had even happened, would you truthfully want Colin Kaepernick as your backup quarterback, or me as a Giants fan, or like Mike Glennon? Like that's a pretty easy decision if you ask me. So Colin Kaepernick could have been in the league all this time if he was willing to accept being a backup. The argument that Colin Kaepernick isn't talented enough to be in the NFL is just kind of retarded and regurgitative of like right-wing sports Twitter. He's not in, and this is the correct take, he's not in the league because he has baggage. The NFL, they make all these like determinations all the time. Like a backup quarterback, and I'm just assuming Kaepernick would play backup. I don't know where he's going to start, because he hasn't been in the league for so long. But when NFL teams make these roster evaluations, most times when it has to come down to like a decision between coming down to a final roster spot, like if all like the talent and on-field like performance, like everything else considered equal, you got to look for outside factors. Like for Kaepernick, one of his factors is all this political baggage. If you were to sign Colin Kaepernick for his talent, what will come with it is your locker rooms will be swarmed with media every day, practice, game day, whatever. Your press conferences will be toxic. Your practices will be flooded with media. Your social media will be toxic. Your whole season, your whole locker room culture season, whatever, it's going to be dominated by Colin Kaepernick. And these professional sports atmospheres and locker rooms sometimes can be, a fragile, I don't know if fragile or delicate is the right word, but especially on a team that isn't doing so hot and people are looking for any reason to explode. The last thing you need is this kind of distraction going on in the locker room. So the reason Colin Kaepernick isn't in the league is because of the circus that would follow in signing him to your team. Not that he can't play quarterback, because I would take him over many of the other active contracted quarterbacks in the league right now. Especially in this day and age, a mobile quarterback, if he can just be like decently accurate, like Tyrod Taylor, for example. I was happy when the Giants signed him. I think he would be a really good backup. He can start in a pinch, but he's mobile. He's not like an amazing quarterback. He's not gonna, shred a defense or whatever. But he's serviceable. If Kaepernick can be serviceable, move the chains, if you will, I would take that any day over a Mike Glennon or who else is out there? Blaine Gabbert. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. So that's the nuanced take on Colin Kaepernick. If you see right-wingers saying he's not in the league and they show that screenshot with him like having 4 interceptions in a half or whatever, well, newsflash, Eli Manning, who is probably going to be in the Hall of Fame, had a million games like that. We got picked off 100 times and looked like shit. So that's not the reason. And, fair play, not fair play. To be equitable for both sides, the left-wing reason is, retarded as well. So yeah, I'm just going to go through Twitter for a little bit, because when his name comes up, it's really... Oh, whoa, refreshing. I didn't even do that. And the other thing, like Kaepernick, I don't even know why he wants to play. The guy probably has like a lifetime contract with Nike. I don't think he's hurting for money. I don't know. And, frankly, I don't really care to look it up. But he could probably play, in the Canadian Football League. The USFL or something is starting back up, or XFL. I don't know, something like that. So I don't know if this is a pride thing or a money thing, but I am hard-pressed to believe that he's going to, because as far as I know, he wants to start. I don't think any team is going to be ready to sign him to start. So I don't know what his end game is here. I don't know if this is just another publicity stunt, him doing all those training videos with NFL players. Like, I mean, if you watch him, it's nothing special. You get any decent college quarterback, and probably can do anything that he's doing right now in these videos. That's not a knock on Kaepernick, but these videos aren't, they're not impressive. They're like, hey, congratulations, you're a former professional athlete. You can throw a ball. I would hope you still can. You're only 34 years old. But yeah, so we're going to go through Twitter. And this guy, Nick Adams, I hate this guy so much. He is a right-wing, like Trump sycophant, just Wherever the wind is blowing, that's where this guy is. Colin Kaepernick destroyed the NFL. The NFL is doing fine with or without him. If anyone watches this and can read the screen, this guy is just a massive retard. Let's see. Throwing session this morning. Kaepernick's fastball is still A+. I believe that. The guy was a former baseball player. I'm sure he could still throw the football. Alright, this guy's a libtard. There'd be a massive next-level PR love for the NFL team that signs Kaepernick. Truly a no-brainer. Why any team hasn't recognized this yet is unfathomable. So this first part is true. It would be orgasmic in the eyes of media for a team to sign Kaepernick, just because that's how gay sports media is, but he is not understanding what I mentioned earlier, like why a team hasn't recognized this. Yeah, they're weighing the pros and cons of signing Colin Kaepernick. If you're going to sign him, he's probably not going to be your starter. So do you really want all the media, circus, the attention, whatever, distractions for your backup quarterback? I ain't no general manager, but I'd have to imagine that the cons outweigh the pros there. So let's see. Don't care. Let's see. People are equating this to the Deshaun Watson situation. Let's see. 22 women say Deshaun Watson sexually assaulted them, cursing. Yet the Browns and other teams are falling over themselves to get Watson. Well, there's an easy explanation for that. Deshaun Watson, I believe, is 26 years old. He's in the prime of his athletic life. The guy's a stud, even if he didn't play last year. Mobile, accurate, carried that sorry-ass team for years. The Texans, that is. I mean, and his baggage, if you want to equate it to Kaepernick, so he has 22 sexual assault allegations. And, you know, up until now, that's all they are allegations. He hasn't been convicted of anything yet. There was, I think something went to court and they chose not to go further or whatever. I don't remember all the legal jargon or all that nonsense, but at this current juncture, Deshaun Watson is innocent of all crime. And that's the thing, like, yeah, he has these, you know, possibly pending allegations or whatever. The future is somewhat murky for him, legal-wise, if you want to even say that. But the guy is he's a superstar. He is a you know, if you can find a superstar quarterback, the guy's going to have to be like a convicted murderer for you not to want to keep him on your team, you know? They're going to have to drag him out of the facility in handcuffs for you not to throw that guy out in the football field every Sunday. So you compare that to Colin Kaepernick. He didn't assault any women. All I did was take a effing knee. Yeah, well, he took a knee and he dug his own grave. Like, you know, what more is there to say? There is no comparison. Who thinks Colin? Yeah, Ukrainian flag. There's people who have no idea who he is, saying he's an awesome human being for whatever. Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything, like signing a lifetime bajillion-dollar Nike contract. Oh, another high engagement tweet. They blackballed Kaepernick and made Deshaun the highest paid athlete in the sport. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, there's a reason for that. No one wants Kaepernick to play backup and deal with the nonsense. Yeah, I'm like nervous about playing like any media now on Twitter because my last video, I had to literally cut like 30 seconds of copyrighted content, and YouTube took like 8 hours to reprocess the video. So, Yeah, not doing that. Kaepernick is a patriot and the better side of the coin from opportunist trader, blah, blah, blah. Josh Hawley, Madison Cawthorn. Yeah, Colin Kaepernick is a real patriot. Nothing brings out the racist faster than a positive... I gotta restart my computer or something. Oh, what? You're hiding replies? Loser. I can't say stuff I want to because I'm still on YouTube. Yeah, as soon as I make a video about Brittany Griner, more news comes out. Love to see that. Whoa, this is very unhinged. Not only that, let's see. Brady can walk out onto the field whenever he wants, but Colin Kaepernick can't even get a tryout. Like, what is this delusion? Like, this has to be satire. There's no way people can think that. Like, Tom Brady arguably was the MVP of the league last year. And this guy is confused as to why Tom Brady can unretire and come back into welcome, like, open arms and start. Is this confusing to him that Colin Kaepernick can't do that? Where is the ambiguity here? I'm not understanding. And then you have this white knight, white savior here to clarify, to say what everyone's thinking, that it's more about politics. It's about race as well. What more is there even to say? Maybe if he wanted to come back, he could play wide receiver or something. You know what? I don't even want to show the video because it's going to get copyrighted. Did Colin Kaepernick write a book? KaepernickPublishing.com? What the hell is going on? Yeah, he was adopted by a white family, so he's just resentful and stupid. Yeah, I hope he is broke. I hope he did throw it all away. He's not a patriot. He's a traitor to America. We gave you everything, Colin. And you spat at us. Big payday for accused sexual predator Deshaun Watson. Meanwhile, Colin Kaepernick remains unemployed. He's not unemployed, you stupid bitch. He's contracted with Nike. He was making more than Deshaun Watson was 3 days ago. No women in politics, just like no women in sports, right? Who's with me? But yeah, he hasn't been convicted of a crime, so what do you want to do? Arrest him and not let him work? Kaepernick is trash. Stop hyping the clown up. Alright. So, perhaps an alleged Crowder head. Kaepernick could probably be an average backup in the league right now. I have no problem saying that. But yeah, this is what was here earlier. Raise your sons to be more like Tim Tebow, not Colin Kaepernick. You know, probably true. Definitely true. But Nick Adams is a retard. So, I don't like him. Yeah, it's like a pea-brain thing to say. Like, okay, great. Yeah, lots of engagement. Aaron Rodgers is allowed to run his mouth, but Colin Kaepernick wasn't. Retweet if you think Colin Kaepernick... Man, I wish I wasn't banned on Twitter. I could be an agent of change. I could be doing so much good for the sports community. Just, yeah, think about it for 10 seconds, woman. Dumb woman. What did that say? This store make Trumpers more... What is this gibberish? These people just don't even seem real to me. But yeah, why is Aaron Rodgers allowed to run his mouth, whatever that means? Maybe because he actually, he was the MVP last year. The guy is possibly the best player to ever play football. I hate sports women. I should say I just hate women. That'll fast track me to cozy. Proud Democrat. Kaepernick took a knee to point out inequality? What? What the F? And he's still not playing. Maybe I'm sick. I'm unvaxxed, by the way, so whatever is happening to me, surely I'll be fine. Neil's out of... Alright, thank you, Nick Adams. I want to live in a country where Colin Kaepernick is seen as a hero and Kyle Rittenhouse is seen as a terrorist. Well then, go back to Africa or something. I shouldn't say that. Go somewhere else then. You don't have to see either of these guys as either. But why do you want to see Colin Kaepernick as a hero? He's not a hero. And no one's saying, Kyle Rittenhouse, and maybe some people are saying he's a hero. You're just a kid who acted in self-defense. He ain't a terrorist. And Kaepernick ain't a hero. But thank you for your input, Mohammed. Joe Fan. You haven't been proven wrong about your column, Joe Fan. We're all proud of you. Doesn't deserve a second chance. He deserves to have not had his life derailed for believing in something. Hey, he has his freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequences, right? That's what they say, right? I'll take Herschel Walker. That guy's funny. Nessa. Bitch. Everyone knows who this guy is. He's like, he's just one of those, perpetually online, like, libtards. Reminding everyone that Colin Kaepernick was right about everything. He never even, said anything. He never made any, resounding statements about everything. The guy just kneeled and rode the coattails of everyone supporting him. Wajahat Ali. They will never, ever, ever let Kaepernick back in the NFL. That's a shame. Yeah, everyone's losing sleep. Wajahat. The unjust killing of black people. Was he protesting a particular instance of a black person dying? I don't remember. Whatever. Frankly, I don't really care. I worked for the NFL and they were racist. And listen, I know this is a pea-brain, right, normie right-wing thing to say, but it's true, isn't it? That, 90% of the league is black. The coaching spread of, black coaches is probably the highest in the NFL, proportionally to any other sport. So I can't, this doesn't compute with me. Spreading hate while waving the flag and misquoting the Bible. How do you misquote the Bible? The Ukrainian flag. Stupid slut. Hero. Ahead of his time. You know what? Unironically true. He was big on Black Lives Matter coin. He was an early adopter. He made his millions. He was ahead of his time in that regard, but not really in anything else. Deserves to practice his profession. What does that mean? Like any other American? There's plenty of other unemployed Americans out there. What, you know, he's doing his thing. They're doing their thing. NFL teams have reached out with interest. You know, good for him. Good for them. If they sign him, they sign him. If they don't, they don't. Only the 1% of the 1% ever play in the NFL, so I don't understand what the dilemma is here. Jesus Christ, freaking gay propaganda. Damn, 31,000. The racists out faster. I'm not racist. I'm just truthful. I speak the truth because I ask questions. Just me talking out loud again. Well, shut up, idiot. How about that? Whoa, Andy, no. Compared the NFL to chattel slavery. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. The NFL slaves working for hundreds of thousands of dollars. What is with these ads? These like fat people and stuff. What is going on? Ah, Ben Shapiro. Yeah, so this is one of the most like brain dead like leftist tweets on this. The distinction is obvious. And this is what Ben Shapiro can sink his teeth into on Twitter. No nuance. Like, I hate this guy so much. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Nick Adams just still here. Like, we get it. Tim Tebow's he's a role model. He's a good guy, all right? Jeez. Who else wishes the NFL would welcome back Colin Kaepernick instead of Tom Brady? I'm indifferent. I'm not even going to open that media. These takes are always funny. I don't mind protesting, but don't do it at work. It's the whole freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequences thing. Like, alright, like, we get it. All these Ukrainian flags. Yeah, speaking of Ukraine, Russia, I did a video on that chess guy, the Grandmaster, Sergei Karyakin. He got suspended from, like the Super Bowl of chess, the FIDE Candidates Tournament, because of his support for his country in the war. The Candidates Tournament for chess, there's like 8 competitors or whatever. They play classical chess to see who's going to play the last year's champion. So they all compete or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So now he's ineligible because they suspended him because he violated an ambiguous ethics rule because he's supporting his home country. So everything sucks. Like, regular sports sucks, but even if you want to do, like, off the beaten path sports like chess, I'm sure something like bowling or cornhole is probably the same way, but you just can't escape it. He's a Russian citizen, a Russian national, and it's not even that, like, he is supporting the war. He's just, you know what? My country is doing something controversial, but, I live here, I'm from here, I'm of the land, so they have my support. I can respect that, but now he's banned from tournaments, banned from competition. Funny? Boomer joke? Funny? Alright, 5:30, I guess. I'll wrap it up. This would be so much better with a live chat. Hey, Nick, if you're out there, you're playing Valorant right now, but if you ever watch this, you literally let a simp on the platform before the sports guy. I don't know what to make of that. And this is a funny thing, too, that black people are begrudgingly forced to ally with, like, LGBT people. The gay people, that movement, they've like, like, forcefully, like the Blob, just absorbed the BLM and, like, the Black Power people and all that stuff into their movement. Like, you see on, like, the gay flag or whatever, there's the brown stripe, and the Tariq Nasheed people. It's funny because that makes them so mad. I don't know, I just see the different colors here. It's probably not even a gay book, but that makes me laugh. I think that's funny. We can be friends in real life if you believe. Nobel Peace Prize? For what? Yeah, I don't know, and this is another thing. It's true. It is true, but I don't know. I'm curious what other people think about this. Like, yeah, he's contracted with Nike and whatever, and Kaepernick compared the NFL to slave owners and yada yada yada. But it's well, like, documented that Nike uses child labor, which is effectively slave labor. Like, that's well documented. Yet he takes money from Nike. So yeah, I know that's like super obvious, and you see that from all of the mainstream right wingers. But that said, it is true. So make of that what you will. With absolutely no hesitation, Colin Kaepernick is a heroic American patriot. Just kill me. Whoa, this guy's a regular on here. Republican MAGA lunatics attacked Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee in protest to bring awareness to racial injustice and police brutality. They hate teenager Greta Thunberg just for voicing concerns about climate change. They love Rittenhouse, who's a murderer and terrorist. Monocle emoji. Is this even worth addressing? No, it's not. We're all thinking it. But the Greta Thunberg thing, why is that in here? She hasn't done anything of note. She's just some, like, dumb girl. Dumb kid that somehow got famous or something. I don't even remember how. All she did, I remember she just yelled at a bunch of boomers saying, like, the icebergs are melting and, I don't know, drive electric cars or something. I don't even know. Greta Thunberg. What does she have to do with any of this? I have a really funny meme of her saved on my phone, but it's not appropriate for YouTube, so I can't share it. Bruh. Famous football trainer. I've never heard of him. Damn, it's been 6 years. Liberal resistance. Jojo from Jers. Listen, you slimy bitch. The giant American flag can fall from the sky while attached to someone's foot and land on the ground in a crumpled mess. Seems like a run-on, but Colin Kaepernick can't kneel? Oh. I don't know, the trucker convoy, I don't know what's going on. Yo, lingerie football league? Go. His woke ideology is fundamentally anti-American. Calling him an American patriot makes zero sense. So true, King. So true. Stephen A. Smith, I don't care. Kaepernick was right. People keep saying, like, he was right. Like, right about what? He never said anything. What did he say that wasn't already being said by, like, black militants, like Jamel Hill or anything like that? What did he say that was, like, resounding or nuanced or new? I don't get it. Sexual predator just got $230 million guaranteed. So yeah, Colin, maybe try being a sexual predator, then you'll get back in the league. Yeah, be a sexual predator. Make sure it's documented. Make sure there's evidence, and then go in the NFL, because that'll get you $230 million. Wink, wink. I hope he takes that advice. What a sad existence. Resist BLM. Not shilling for Kaepernick to get back in the league, but shilling his children's book. How down bad do people have to be to get to that point in life? I couldn't even imagine. Anything else? Anything else of note? Oh well, probably not. I guess I'm done. But I guess with the Brittany Griner thing and the Sergei Karyakin thing, my track record is pretty good lately. When I talk about something, more news comes out about it in the near future. So maybe something big will happen with Colin Kaepernick. Who knows? It's the sports groiper. Not curse. It's not necessarily a curse. The sports groiper premonition, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe there's something to it, but yeah, this is probably the last video for the week. Because, like I said yesterday, because of March Madness. But yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.